Former Republican House Speaker Newt Gingrich is many things, many horrible things, to be honest with you, but a moderate he is not. I mean, Newt Gingrich is the Contract for America guy, that ushered in all of these horrible right-wing policies. He's the guy that, helped orchestrate the impeachment of Bill Clinton. So Newt Gingrich, there was a time when he was about as extreme as you could get for the Republican Party. But by today's MAGA standards, Newt Gingrich is really just a moderate Republican. And even he thinks that some of Donald Trump's ideas are about as stupid as humanly possible because, as Gingrich said in an interview with The Guardian, Donald Trump was just trying to appeal to the most rabid part of the Republican Party. Specifically, Gingrich says it's the rabid part of the Republican Party that wants to deport legal immigrants, not just illegal, right? We've all heard of the plans. We have heard of Operation Second Look, where the Trump administration, under the guidance of Stephen Miller, says that they want to look and see if maybe there's a way we can denaturalize naturalized citizens, strip them of the citizenship and send them back to a country where they're no longer a citizen. They actually tried to do it during the first term, and they've already said, we're bringing it back for the second term. So yes, there are already plans in place to strip people of their citizenship and deport them. But Gingrich says, probably not going to happen. Here is what Gingrich said to The Guardian. I'd be very surprised if you see any significant effort to change the game for people who are here legally. I just think there's a very small faction of the party that's rabid about this. That's where you're wrong, Newt. You see, Newt, you've been so embedded in Republican politics and you ran for president and you did really, really badly. It was hilarious. But you haven't paid attention to what your party has become. Now, I agree with you that there is a portion of the base that is rabid about deporting legal people, but I think it's much bigger than you think. We have seen it on social media. We have seen it pushed by people like Steve Bannon and Laura Loomer, Stephen Miller, Tom Homan. These are people that want the legal immigrants, even the naturalized citizens, to be kicked out of the country. So you're sitting there saying like, I don't think there's going to be any real attempt to do this. They've already got the plan in place. Operation Second Look. So don't sit there and try to tell the public like, calm down, it ain't going to happen, when they're literally putting their plans in place. But Gingrich continued. It's nonsense to say somebody who came here when they were 2, only speaks English, graduated as a high school valedictorian, and is currently a nurse or a doctor should be deported. We're going to deport them and they don't speak the language of whatever country their parents came from and they've earned the right to be Americans. I think the Trump administration has to realize that there are gradations here that we're dealing with, and try to think through, how do you both meet the long-term identity and national security interests of the country and meet the human concerns? And I think it's a real challenge. Now, he also mentioned that obviously things could go south for Donald Trump if people start seeing images on the media of mothers being deported and their children get left behind, or vice versa. The children get deported and the mother gets left behind, or we see more kids in cages. So he's got to be very careful about that. But Trump has actually already addressed that issue too, right? He's not going to leave the kids here. That's crazy. He says he's going to leave it up to the parents to decide. The parents will be the ones to choose to either leave their kids or deport them with them. So don't worry, Newt. Trump's got that covered by being exceptionally cruel, making these parents go through a Sophie's choice of how to handle the situation. But Gingrich is living in a fantasy world if he thinks that Trump isn't going to go through with this, or if he thinks some public backlash is going to make him change his mind. Trump is more worried about the backlash that'll happen if he doesn't do this. So it will happen. Gingrich is wrong, as per usual, and it's going to be an absolute humanitarian and economic disaster. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.